Moving on, chaotic scenes are witnessed at Unisa's Sunnyside campus in Pretoria. This is thousands of prospective students crowded outside the gates for walk-in applications. Let's take a look.
At the slow pace of registration at the University of South Africa sparks chaos. Police arrive as crowds of applicants begin to climb over the gates at Unisa's Sunnyside campus. Unisa had closed the gates in order to prevent a stampede.
No one must be turned back on the basis of affordability. You must not be turned back because you can't afford to study. As many as possible students must be absorbed by the university. The actions of today are going to continue tomorrow. They will continue on Wednesday. They will continue next month. They will continue next year until all these demands are being met.
They've promised our students what we call a council bursary. The council bursary was supposed to still going on to fund our students this year. But in our surprise, they told our students that that council bursary has been depleted. Therefore, now we ask them, where is the 64 million which has been donated by ABSA? We don't know where it is. We are still stranded here with our students, whom they don't know what are they going to do.
Unisa postponed registrations for a day due to the chaos.
In the morning, the gate in Sunset campus were closed due to meeting with management. With the staff. Management were not ready and they did not have the plan in place as far as the new application.
Meanwhile, the registration process at the Capricorn Tvet College in Polokwane proceeded smoothly. Registration reopened after being postponed when 6 students were injured in a stampede on Friday the 12th of January.
We want to encourage all the students who have applied here today to also consider applying at the Waterberg Tvet College and Lephalale Tvet College. We have indicated that they still have spaces available. We are also very excited that there is a huge demand for Tvet colleges, and this has always been one of the bigger challenges. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years ago, nationally, the registration was standing at 350,000. Today, we are, at close to 700,000.
Pressure is now piling up on government and universities to ensure that they admit the thousands of extra applicants. Bureau Report, ANN7.
Well, joining us now with the latest details is ANN7 reporter Tvet joins us live from Unisa campus in Sunnyside, Pretoria. Good morning to you. Yesterday, chaos erupted outside of the Unisa campus in Sunnyside. Is the university better prepared for any possible crowds this morning?
Good morning to you in studio and to our viewers as well. Yes, a very good day it is here, it seems, in the Sunnyside Pretoria campus. Things are running smoothly, lines are moving. As you already said, chaos erupted yesterday, between the EFF student movement and the SESCO command. So we do know that the SESCO had a meeting with the Unisa management, and there were some resolutions. For instance, some of the demands that SESCO wanted is that there must be 2 application queues. As you can see, there's one behind me, and I will just ask my cameraman to pan so that you can see 2 separate lines. There's a application line as well as a registering line. Some of the demands that the SESCO wanted also was that fees must be scrapped, as well as registration fees, as well as outstanding debts from learners in the previous years.
With regards to the university management, have you heard from a spokesperson? What are they saying with regards to what happened yesterday?
Yes, we spoke to Martin earlier on this morning, who said they are rather confident about the registration processes here today. It appears yesterday the chaos that erupted, they took them by surprise. So today everything is moving smoothly. They have plans, put plans in place to better handle or manage long queues that are here. I could estimate that around 500 students are here outside, and registration processes have begun. Students are moving in, and things have returned back to order.
All right, thank you very much for taking us through those details this morning. That was ANN7 reporter Tvet joining us live from Unisa campus in Sunnyside, Pretoria. Now, earlier, our reporter spoke to the university's spokesperson. Take a listen.
We can confirm that last week we did receive a notice of intention to strike from one of the labor formations here at Unisa, Nehau. But we cannot elaborate in terms of when the industrial action is going to happen or what form it will take, because the notice just informed us that they intended to go in industrial action, but they didn't say what form and they didn't say what time. But you know, in terms of the LRA, they have to give us notice of 48 hours. That 48 hours, as far as we know, lapsed yesterday. So anytime we can expect industrial action, but we can say as a university, we are ready, we have measures in place to manage the situation. Essentially, the meeting was held at the request of SASCO, who said that they had a list of demands that they wanted to present to university management before they can allow anyone to access campus to proceed with the business of the university. So we met with them yesterday for about 2 hours or so, where they tabled their demands. At the top of my head, I can tell you amongst the issues that they raised was a request that the university should consider scrapping the payment of a registration fee when students register. The university should also consider scrapping the payment of an application fee for those students who are coming in to do late applications. Look, primarily we're concerned with two things. One is that the level of intolerance between the student formations and the university, which resulted in the kind of chaos that you saw yesterday. We think it's untoward, it's unbecoming. I think there's a better way of dealing with differences. Secondly is the disadvantage that has been experienced by those students who have traveled very far to come to our campus to try and come and register or apply. Many of whom might have even taken leave from their workplaces. Some are traveling as far as in Mpumalanga and so on. I think that kind of inconvenience is not appreciated.